The food flagships were a response to the knowledge that there are no single fixes to the food problem. The flagships idea was that we would do a lot of different projects in one borough, around schools and around communities, jointly funded by the Mayor of London and the D&V. We invested money in projects around schools, around communities, around growing. One of our biggest successes in Croydon has been around school meals. We've employed transformation officers who have gone in and worked with schools to really make their free school meal offer both terrific and healthy and available. And now we see 96% uptake. School meals are terrifically significant in the fight against obesity and ill health because it is the point where we can come across what a child eats.
At Rockmount, our belief is that children should be healthy and happy, and that's how they learn best. And it's been fantastic to have the food flagship status, and that's really enabled us to share that belief and our ideas and experience with our wider community. So we've worked with our catering company, Pabulum, to develop the dining hall and introducing waiters. Every day there's fresh herbs on the table for the children to look at, and they can read the cards that go with them.
Healthy eating, I used to think that it wasn't that important, but after all the assemblies that we've had about it and that what junk food can do to you, I really think it's important for our health and for our future.
My name's Katie and this is Henry, and today we're joined in the edible playground where at the moment it's quite rainy. So being a health and food ambassador basically requires you to have to weed the garden regularly once a week, and you have to deliver the food to our kitchen where we'll then prepare the food and make a healthy meal out of it.
Before I didn't used to like healthy food, but now I do because it's actually quite fascinating, and the more you learn about it and the more you grow it, it intrigues you to eat it more.
It's great to have food education as part of the curriculum because we want to see our children going on a lifelong journey. We want them to be able to cook the things that we're suggesting, and we want them to design their own dishes. But as well as that, we want them to have these skills that as adults they can feed themselves in a healthy way, and we want it to be affordable. That's really, really key life skill, but it also really deeply enriches the curriculum, and it's something I feel very passionate about.
What I learned from the course, the important things were providing healthy alternatives. For example, in my menu I serve chili con carne and I use free-range beef, but I also do a vegan alternative using soya meat so that people will hopefully want to eat meat less. A lot of people are choosing not to eat meat every single day. So the course helped me to look at what alternatives I can do within my menu.
The food flagship course for Joe and Santini, we certainly had a gap, a massive gap in our knowledge. We had been trained by some of the very best, Monmouth for coffee, but in terms of food, the nutrition, storage, the pricing, the menu design, all of that information was new to us. So it's really opened our eyes and given us a very clear vision as to how we would expand our business when we move forward.
Hello, my name is Evelyn Finlater, Chief Executive and Founder of Good Food Matters Charity. We have a beautiful community food learning centre in New Addington on the borders of Fieldway. The aim of the centre is to connect the whole community to the food we eat and how it is produced.
We grow a wide range of crops throughout the year. As you can see, it's January as I speak to you, and there's still produce coming up both outside and in our 2 greenhouses and polytunnel.
What we want to do is to empower people by teaching them the invaluable skills of growing food, cooking with healthy ingredients, so that we can all live healthier lifestyles.
For me, there's nothing better than actually being in a community garden with lots of people, learning how to grow food, being out in the fresh air. It's a bit of healthy exercise. It's just about improving everybody's physical well-being and mental health well-being, and it's showing people, yes, you can grow your own food and cook with it, and it's getting that connection from the soil to to the plate.
So one of the really good things about a project like this is that we have got a chance to train up and skill people in Croydon who have got an interest in food growing. So over the 2 years that they've been working with us, we've given them training in lots of different things, in winter growing, in composting, and that training stays with them. So even after our project finishes, those people still have that knowledge and they can still pass that on to other people in their community.
What we hoped from the projects would be that they would spark other projects. This has definitely been happening. It's a kind of leapfrog feeling that you get something going and then other people get on board with it, because we have to do this whole transformation. It's a slow process, but we've seen an immense response from Croydon.
What we want to do is to have a situation where people grow up thinking, I can produce my own food, and even if I can't produce my own food, I can cook my own food, and I can cook in a way that actually is very healthy. That is our aim, that's our vision for the people in Croydon.